Welcome to Tebiba Podcast, where we explore big ideas, ask meaningful questions, and bring conversation that sparks changes. Subscribe to our channel at Tebiba TV. I am your host, Mercy, and here I have with me Jojo,
Hello, everyone.
and I have Lady B. L to the A to the D to the Y and to the B. And
Thank
I
you.
have here with me Mama, the Mama. We call her Mommy J.
Yay!
Yes. Yeah, as you know, this is our debut episode on Tebiba TV. If you are here to subscribe right now at Tebiba TV. And yes, we'll be discussing today a very prevalent topic, that is poverty prevalence in Africa. Poverty. When we talk about poverty, that means we are talking about a state whereby someone lacks a lot of things, especially the basic resources, basic needs, and some other things like the shelter, food. And in Africa, we have about 56 percentage of the population being poor, of about 54 countries. So how do you think that this poverty has crept into people's life and people keep living their daily lives in poverty? No food, no water, no substantial income that they could, say that this is what they are earning that can take care of them and the family. So what could be the cause of this poverty?
Okay.
So let's start. Jojo.
Okay. One of the things that could actually cause people to live in poverty is the lack of basic amenities, which can be caused by inflation.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
for instance, in a country like the one we live in Nigeria,
Yeah.
there is inflation. Of course, there's inflation globally.
Yeah, of course.
However, but in Nigeria, it's
Mhm.
sort of different because everything is on the high side
Yo.
and it's affecting the lower class. That is those at the bottom
Yeah.
level. So it's so difficult for them to literally afford the
Basic
normal
needs.
things, yes, that they can. For instance, someone that used to buy bread for like maybe 500 naira.
Okay.
Yeah, the person cannot even afford, to buy the same bread
At the same price.
not really the same price, like for like 1,000 naira. The same price is the same bread, the same
product.
size, but the price has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so a lot of people have to adjust, and this thing is into the economy of the society, not just society, like the family units as a whole, especially at the bottom.
That's true. We'll talk about inflation. And Lady B, what do you say to that?
I would also like to agree with her point.
Okay.
The aspect of inflation, yes, it has caused so many damages in the sense that when you are unable to afford the things you used to be able to afford in the past, it becomes a problem, and such kind of problem would eat deep into the economy. So I think inflation is one part,
aspect,
but there's
yes.
another thing that I think is the root cause of poverty.
Okay, and that would be.
And yes, personally, I believe it is just the mindset of a person.
Okay.
So everything can be expensive, there can be inflation, but we need to also realize that in this society, we have people that are rich, we have people that are wealthy, we have people that, even if they don't have everything, they're still doing well. So I think it boils down to the mindset of a person. Yes.
All right. We can always agree that a mindset of a man can make him poor, right?
Yeah.
All right. To Mommy J, what do you think that people are being, experiencing in the state of being poor? So why do you think, we've talked about the inflation and we've talked about the mindset. What other things do you think that makes people poor, especially in Africa?
I think one of the greatest causes of poverty in Africa is illiteracy.
Mm. Mm.
We have a high rate of illiteracy. I may not be able to come up with accurate statistics,
Okay.
but
We can see, of
see the
course.
number of out of
That's
school
true.
children,
It's obvious.
children that are supposed to be in school hawking on the streets and
Mm.
all that. And we all know that without people being literate, it affects everything about their lives.
Mm.
Because being literate opens your eyes to a lot of things.
Mm. With
Being
exposure.
literate, yes, being literate exposes you to opportunities.
Mhm.
Being literate makes you crave to change the kind of person you are. So I think illiteracy plays a very big role. Yes,
That's
in
good.
poverty that we suffer in Africa.
Then what do we think about the government? Do we think that government has a play in that? Do we think that government has a play in that? What do you say to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The government, there's this saying that we, the people, we are the leaders.
Okay.
Yeah. However, the government has a huge role to play in the sense that if they don't provide the amenities, if there's no electricity, there's no water, there's no job, of course we are saying, you should learn handwork, you should learn skills, you should learn that, you should become your own boss and whatever. But there are still things the government needs to do in the area of providing jobs for people. For instance, when it comes to something like construction, the government can actually do something in, maybe opening something like a governmental organization.
Okay.
Yeah. Like instead of sourcing things out to private companies.
Okay.
To bring in maybe people from
the other countries.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. If you can create this thing in your own company, in your own country,
okay.
it will, at least there are people who have experience.
But I think there are still some parastatals that government has laid down that help people. Like this 3 MMT. Did you hear about that? There is a 3 MMT program that one of our what's his name, that is coordinating in the country right now, and we have a lot of people who are learning skills, animation, learning cybersecurity. Do you think that government has actually done that? Do you still think that it is still the government that will make the people to go for that, or is there a way that we are missing it?
If you don't create an awareness of what you're bringing to the people, it will be difficult for them to actually, process or bring in their all to eat. Yeah.
So we could say that government does not provide enough publicity for that, so that people can be aware that such is ongoing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. True.
That's fantastic. I can agree with you. I can agree with you that the government needs to publicize any opportunity that they are giving, not just telling a set of people, or telling some certain people about that. And to round this session off, poverty. Now, what do you think that we can do to scale and to move out of this poverty? What do you think, Mommy J?
Okay. I don't think there's how do I say it? Maybe a one fit solution to the issue of poverty. First of all, as Lady B said, it has to do with your mindset. If you view poverty as something that is part of your life, because from your forefathers, everybody has been poor, so it has become like
normal thing.
It has become normal. You will remain poor no matter what the government does, no matter. But once you have a change of mindset, you start viewing things in a different way. There's this
Differently.
saying that it's not your fault if you're born poor, but if you remain poor, it is now your
then-
fault.
Then you need to be
Exactly.
hard. You
Yes.
need to be
So
hard.
even the government has no role to play in that. As an individual, you have to make up your mind that I don't want this kind of
Mhm.
life. Even if you are an illiterate, even people that are illiterate, we know of people that never went to school, but they craved education so much that they gave everything for their children to go to school. So if you have the right mindset, that is the first step in stepping out of poverty. That's what I think.
Yeah. If you have the right mindset, you can escape poverty. And she said something that is very, very catchy. She said that if your forefathers or your father is poor, then if you remain poor,
It is your
It's your
fault.
fault.
it is your fault.
It's
It
your
is your
fault.
fault.
I
I
agree.
like that. I like
Poverty
that.
is
I
not a
like that.
birthright.
I agree.
Exactly. it's
Nobody
not-
should make it a birthright.
Mm,
There's nothing pious in being poor.
Yes, and we've come to the end of the show, of the podcast for today, and we hope you enjoy us. Go into the comment section, leave your opinion, leave your comment there. Subscribe to our channel at Tebiba TV, and stay tuned. Turn the notification on so that next time we post, you see our post.
Yeah.
Thank you.